The 6 most important lessons of life. Think about that. I read somewhere that a child comes into the world knowing everything he or she needs to know about accomplishing a very specific mission. And since no one really dies, life itself is like a classroom or an experience or a promise to keep. We accomplish our missions and then we move on, or destined to repeat and repeat and repeat until we learn or advance or not. The choices are always ours to make, and we do so on a daily basis as we evaluate the rewards and the consequences, knowing full well that we always pay for our actions. Unfortunately, as the child grows older, that soul is taught not to know, and the more that person loses himself or herself, the more confusing life becomes for that individual. Interesting theory, don't you think? It is interesting, I think, that every legitimate religion has some form of reincarnation and karma. Many, of course, for control purposes, hide that little known fact, and we're never taught that what we sow, we shall also reap, and that there is no abrogation of that law. For today, though, the question is this: what are the 6 most important lessons we have learned about life? My friend Joe Culver, his lessons are, number 1, the aches and pains that accompany aging are life's way of saying, death may not be such a bad alternative. Number 2, you reach a point in life where a good BM is at least as good as sex. Number 3, there are too many laws and not enough integrity. Number 4, friends are fine things to have. Number 5, the same distance is further than it was 20 years ago. And the 6th lesson that Joe has learned, you can never eat enough catfish. Another friend, David McGibbon, he said, number 1, all you've got is today. Number 2, the pain I awaken to each morning is God reminded me that I'm alive and ready for today. His 3rd lesson, a toasted everything bagel with King Kelly jelly marmalade is as close to heaven as you can possibly get. Number 4, at 63, I can enjoy the incredible panorama of life laid before me without condition or regret. Number 5, do not live with guilt. Guilt is ugly and life-terminating. Do whatever you can to dump the guilt. And 6, while you're at it, get rid of all your stresses too. You can do it, anyone can do it. Dump your stress and you'll live a lot happier, a lot longer. And my fellow photographer, Darlene Mason Taylor, she said, it's hard to start over in life, but so worth it to be happy. Number 2, now that I'm old, I know that older people really do know everything. Number 3, if you love your job, life is just way better. Number 4, you can live on pizza and chocolate, but it's not really a good idea. Number 5, and she wanted to just repeat what David said about guilt. He is so right. And number 6, never forget to take time for the things you love to do. Going back to taking pictures has been a magic for my psyche. And finally, Christian Silvanelli, she summed it all up with the following observations. These are her 6 important things to her in her life: love, to be alive, the importance of learning, the appreciation of change, to be very thankful, and to never stop dreaming. Now, what are the 6 most important lessons that you have learned?